Hey guys, how you doing? Tonight's movie night and Shadow and I are sitting here and we're going to watch an old episode of the Guru Brew. It's a 4-part episode originally where we made a prop out of an old barrel and we had a ghoul pop out of it and it had air pneumatics and it was kind of interesting. And back in the day, 3 years ago, we didn't have a bunch of subscribers, so I thought we would re-edit it down to a more watchable version and replay it for you tonight if you're interested. She's ready with the snacks. Anyway, go ahead and make yourself comfortable and let's take a flashback and we'll watch the pneumatic ghoul from 3 years ago. Ready, Shadow? Well, I ordered this about a week ago, and it came really fast. These guys sell pneumatic pumps and all the pieces that you need to automate a Halloween prop. And I've never worked with pneumatics before. I understand the principles, and I've studied them, but I've never actually played with them, so this is my first try at pneumatics, and I thought I would go ahead and rig up a Halloween prop. Okay, we're gonna see what this cylinder will do. Not bad. Okay, well, here's the bulk of the prop. This is just an old barrel. I've actually had this barrel around for at least 10 years. This was bought in an antique shop many years ago, and I used it as a standalone static prop for senior portraits here in the shop. So I already have the barrel, and I figured it would work great. So that'll be the lid for it, and then I have these hinges here that I'll attach the lid to the barrel. And then this is the guy that's gonna pop out here and scare the kids crazy. And it even has light up eyes. You can see they're changing color. So that's a pretty good value, I think, for $15, really. And I also have this floodlight down here. It's an 85 watt with a reflector, and I plan on mounting that in this barrel facing upward to illuminate the ghoul. And then I'm going to have to mount this cylinder, probably inside this barrel to pop the lid open, something like that. So this thing will fit right inside this barrel. Now, I have not tested this with the pneumatics yet, so I'm not sure how many cycles I'll be able to use. We don't have these mounted right yet, but we're testing this air tank to make sure it's going to be powerful enough to move the cylinder. And I've just got it rigged up here, to try it. And it seems to work fine. Let's see here. I'm watching this air gauge down here, and it doesn't seem to really be moving much. Here. See? It doesn't take much air to move that. This one goes. So far, so good. Now we're just going to mount their cylinder. You can see how we've mounted this inside just on some wood. And this isn't completely done yet, but it gives you an idea how it's going to work. And then when I pull the plug, it just releases the cylinder. And I don't have the air bleed screws perfect yet. It's a little slow, but it works well. If you've watched any of our videos, you know that this is called Frankencube, and we built this last year for a Halloween show here on the Guru Brew. So I'm going to tape this and turn it on for this Halloween. The way you turn this computer on is a strip of aluminum here and here. You just jump it together with a wire or a piece of metal or something like that. Here we go. See a spider on the side there. So anyway, that's Frankencube. This wire right here has 12 volts, and I just cut off an old wall wart is what I did, and rig it into here. This is going to my speakers, which are right here. I'm gonna have to replace these. They don't sound very good, they're too small. So I've got these wires hooked up to the try me button on our ghoul here, and the other one's going to be hooked up to a red light inside the barrel, and then another one's going to be for the pneumatic. I don't think we'll use the third one. Maybe we'll hook a smoke machine up to the third one, or fourth one. Anyway, my boy's going to press the buttons and show you how this programs. You press the first one and the yellow light comes on there, and then he goes ahead and programs it. He's just going to do a quick little program with the one channel that we have for these lights. And then to play it back, you just hit the playback button. And you can see it sequences just exactly the way it was put in. We don't have the soundtrack done quite yet. That's a quick sequence we made. Shadow's a jockey. Okay, good. Let's go look at our barrel.
Keep going, the music.
What happened?
What'd you think, Shadow? Did you enjoy that old episode? I thought it was pretty good. Well, we took the barrel apart and we've got all the parts in a box, and we thought about making something else with it. Let us know in the comments what you think we should make with all that stuff. And if you want to see all the videos in their entirety, there's 4 of them. I'll put a link in the description. Happy Halloween. Don't eat too much candy.